the Luxor suite, as they call it, of the Pinnacle. So you get her into a room, and she basically seems like she just goes unconscious. She faints, and
oh, watch yourself now. Watch yourself. Help me there.
She's also she's definitely sweating, and it seems like she just kind of goes into an unconscious state. I just need to.
I hope she don't press charges.
I just need to rest for a couple minutes, and as soon as you get her inside, she basically you put her down on the bed, and she passes out basically almost immediately. As soon as her head hits the pillow, she's out. You could also see that she is very clammy. She's pouring sweat also.
All right,
she seems to be unconscious. You kind of shake her a couple times. Are you okay, Miss Haynes? And she really doesn't answer, but she's still breathing. It's not like it's a really shallow breath. I mean, she's breathing normally, but she just doesn't look too hot.
This is why we need some medicine or something. I'll start scouring this room for her pocketbook. I'm looking for pills and shit. For myself,
her pocketbook was
with the excuse that I'm looking for to heal this.
So well, you go into the bathroom, and there was actually a small little medicine bag there, and you could see that there was a cocktail of a great assortment of like oxycodones and some other higher quality oxycontins and stuff.
I kind of peek out the door, make sure nobody's observing me, and I slide them in my pocket there.
Okay, there's a bottle, and you're kind of looking up the lids, and you can put these on your character sheet too. So
okay,
there's about 40 oxycodones. And there's about 15. There's 15 oxycontins.
Oh, okay, very nice, very nice. I'll go ahead and pop one of those.
Okay, sounds good. So when you get back into the room, Dee Dee, well, now what is Cletus and Vera doing as you're into the bathroom? Dee Dee, I guess, runs off. I've got to find some kind of medicine for her. And
this white woman's gonna die. This white bitch gonna die. We got to get her some medicine.
This white bitch is gonna die.
When I look around, is there any kind of alcohol that I see in their room? Or?
Sure, there's a beautiful tiki bar. There is a beautiful wooden tiki bar, and with a velvet Jesus on a velvet Elvis on the wall behind the tiki bar. A velvet Elvis. And there's any kind of liquor that you want. There's vodka. There's everything. There's all kinds of little umbrellas, swords. All kinds of little buckets of ice and mixers, and there's all kinds of stuff.
I'm gonna pull a bottle of Everclear out of there, and I'm gonna go over there and just bite on her arm where her husband bit her.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can just. I don't know nothing about medicine. I'm going total redneck ghetto.
Okay. No, I like that.
I would use duct tape if I had it, but I'm gonna pour this vodka just over her arm, or Everclear over her arm, then I'm gonna take one of the pillowcases off of the bed, and I'm gonna wrap the pillowcase around her arm and tie in a knot.
You would definitely have that because of your training, in the military over in Afghanistan. So yeah, you would definitely know to do that. So as you do that, you would think that would cause some kind of, sudden interruption in her sleep by putting that, that Everclear on her wound. But you notice, Cletus, that her breathing is starting to grow more and more shallow, and and as you're tying up this wound, you're looking, and she doesn't even appear to be breathing anymore.
I'm gonna holler, and I'm gonna tell Dee Dee and Vera, I'm gonna say, she's not breathing, she's not breathing.
You see her take one little...
my ascot off the floor, and I kind of wipe her face with my fingerprints on where I slapped her. We got to get the fuck out of here. We're gonna be called. They're gonna say we murdered this white woman. Let's go. Let's get out of here right now. Vera, let's go. Cletus, you done killed this bitch, Cletus. It's your fault. I didn't touch her.
All right.
You saw it.
But before it got to this point, haven't had a chance to do anything.
Yes, Vera.
I'm gonna have to step away for just a minute. I'll be back.
Sure, Cletus.
Okay.
Vera, this is happening as Dee Dee, and we're doing this, basically turn-based. Yeah, Dee Dee's still in the bathroom. Cletus is rummaging through the bar, kind of brushing and combing the velvet Elvis that's on the wall. And man, the TV is the TV's going. There's a movie playing in the background. It's going really good. Beautiful room.
But her husband isn't in the room anymore.
No, her husband isn't there. No, God no, he was in the infirmary.
Okay.
Thanks for playing tonight.
Right.
No problem.
And so he bit her while she was visiting him in the infirmary.
Yes.
All right, and we
Yeah, she was in the infirmary,
okay.
and he bit her, and then he proceeded to bite the other dudes in there.
Okay.
You notice that the movie True Romance is playing on the TV also.
Wonderful.
They're talking about the Sonny
drugs.
Chiba triple feature. Okay, sorry. Yeah, Dee Dee's in the bathroom. You don't know what he's doing there. Cletus is fumbling around in the bar, checking out the Velvet Elvis. And what are you doing? I'm sorry, Veda, to keep interrupting you, Vera.
It's alright. I'll get some in later to make up for it.
Are you digging for beats in the middle of the room or something?
I'm worried that the guy might be coming back or coming for her. So I'm looking around. I want to look for
her husband.
Knife,
you mean
a steak knife, anything that I can find.
Yeah, there's like a small kitchenette, sort of like what you have in your room. So you're kind of familiar. You pull out a couple drawers, and yes, there are like three or four. There's 3 or 4 butcher knives in there. Not full blown butcher knives, but like a 1D4 steak knife or whatever it is. You look at it. Wow, 1D4 steak knife. Thanks. I pocketed it. Okay, you grab 4 knives. Gotcha.
And grab a small bottle of alcohol if I can find one.
Sure. There's a whole wooden tiki bar. Beautiful wooden tiki bar. I won't spare the extra details anymore, but yeah, and just at this time you can see Cletus, the big overgrown hillbilly that is in your accompaniance, that is in your area, your aggro range. He does walk off with a bottle of alcohol and start pouring it on her arm wound. So what are you doing, Vera? You gonna grab something to drink real quick, or?
I'm pocketing the and I'm putting the other 2 knives away, but I'm keeping one in my hand.
Alright, so you're pocketing 3? Because you got 4 total.
Oh, 4 total, okay. Awesome.
Yeah, 4 total, yeah.
Well, as soon as Dee runs into the room, if he's
Jay
not
Ward.
too hysterical, I'll offer him one of the knives.
Well, Dee does come out.
You chop this white bitch up? No. We just got to get the fuck out of here. I'm going to wipe her body down. I'm going to wipe it off. We're going to get our fingerprints off of it, and we're going to get the fuck out of here. I'm not going to chop nobody up. No way. Vera, if that's what you do over there in Aristotle, go right ahead. I have no judgment. Go right ahead. Cut it up if you want to. If that's
no,
going to
her
help.
husband already bit her. This is in case he comes back.
In case he comes. Oh, okay. I guess.
What if he wants to bite you? For being in here with his wife, a black man.
Let's just get the I'll grab a knife. Let's get the fuck out of here. Cletus, what are you doing? Let's go.
I assume that Cletus
he's actually gone, man.
I assume that Cletus would probably grab a knife too. He is a rather sugar-happy fellow. So yeah. All right. So let's look at the Savage Worlds Deluxe book real quick that you can pick up at your local game store for $8.99.
$8.99.
That's the best deal ever, man. Seriously, $8.99.
Really?
Yeah.
Full system. Yeah. Basically everything you need to run a game in there, too.
Yeah. I guess we could go ahead and just say that it's like a dagger. It would be basically like the dagger equivalents.
A D4 or whatever. Okay.
Yeah. So Yeah, for the dagger is a weight of 1, and the damage is strength plus D4.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. And you can just say kitchen knife.
Okay.
Kitchen knife, strength plus D4.
Alright, I'm kind of... We got fucking knives now. Oh, Jesus Christ. They gonna say we murdered this bitch and we in here with knives. I'm gonna put this knife in my pocket. Let's just get the fuck out of here right now. Vera, you hear me? In America, they put you in prison for this. Let's go. Lead us. Let's go.
Oh my God. This is too goddamn good.
Huh?
Yeah, she stopped breathing probably about 30 seconds ago to a minute.
Yeah.
Right, and I realized that the 3 of us were alone in the room with her.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm kind of catching this DD's vibe. I'm ready to get out of here now.
Yeah, you check her pulse, man. You don't feel anything
Especially
in her
since
wrist.
I have her diamond ring.
Yeah, and as you're like kind of checking her pulse, Dee Dee, and you're freaking out and shit, and you got Cletus around you, let Cletus know that he has a kitchen knife too. So after
Sorry.
this is going down after about 30 seconds, you can start to hear a low moan starting to come from Mrs. Haynes, and as you
thank
guys
God
are kind
the
of
bitch is
looking,
still alive. Oh my.
and as her eyes spring open, her eyes are rolled into the back of her head, and she has like a black type of vile blood coming out of her eyes, out of her mouth, out of her ears, and it just starts to trickle out. And it seems like she's and you guys are kind of stepping away from the bed, going, what in the fuck is going on? You know what I mean?
I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, and you can see that Mrs. Haynes, she's trying to. It looks like she's trying to stand up on the bed, and she sounds.
All right, guys. She look like she okay. Good night, Miss Haynes. Good night.
And her eyes are rolled into the back of her
Hey, what
head,
did you
sort of
give
like
her?
a solid white.
Give her nothing.
Something is
Cletus-
definitely
Cletus
wrong.
poured some
You
shit on
guys,
her arm, I
yeah, something is definitely wrong, and you have no clue what the f is going on here.
Let's just get out and see if we can find Puck.
Let's get out
And
here.
Maybe he talked to the captain. We need to get some security up here. They need to
I'm
have this
hitting the
shit.
door right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
Mrs.
okay.
Haynes,
Good night,
she
Miss
falls
Haynes. Good
down.
night,
She
Miss
gets
Haynes.
tangled up in the bedspread and everything on the bed, and she falls and hits her head, and she hits her head on like the on the bedstand, and just basically scalps herself, and it is just like a black bile type of blood that's just coming out of this massive gaping wound on her head
Sweet
now.
fucking Jesus. We got to go. This is some crazy shit here. Let's go now. Cletus, let's
All right.
go. You ain't seen nothing like this over there in
So-
Afghanistan, buddy. Let's get the fuck out of here.
What are you guys doing as you're leaving the room? This is for Vera, Dee Dee, and Cletus. And now, Betty, out in the hallway, you hear, Dee Dee, he sounds like a bitch right now. He sounds like a woman crying at the top of his lungs, going, we got to get the fuck out of here. We got knives and actually I would like you to give me a notice roll if you have notice, Betty.
And Dave, I'm locking the door as we leave.
Okay,
Locking it
that's
from
a
the
good idea.
inside and closing the door
Because
shut.
just as you get the door shut, you can hear something butt up against it, pff, and you can hear like a scratching at the door, and you can hear the moaning of her from behind the door, kind of every 4 or 5 seconds, kind of banging on the door trying to get out. You don't hear the doorknob, jingling or anything trying to open up, but she's on the other side of that door hitting the door, and you can see the door kind of moves a little bit. So, Betty, as this is going on, you're watching your flick. True Romance is also on, so that kind of caught your attention. So you're watching that movie now, and over the movie you can hear Dee Dee and Cletus and Vera. They're out in the hallway. I mean, something definitely seems wrong. I mean, something seems seriously wrong. And your son is just sleeping through this. Your son could have probably slept through Nagasaki and Hiroshima right about now.
Oh, so he's like he was in high school. All right.
Exactly.
All right, so I go to the door, open it in pajamas.
Yeah, you're in pajamas. You can see that Dee Dee has blood on him. Cletus has blood on him. Vera has blood on him. Blood on her. And things are just wow. Everybody's hair is messed up.
Betty, this ain't what it looks like. We didn't just kill this white bitch. No, she's still alive. We didn't do nothing to nobody. Betty, don't tell nobody.
Dee Dee, shut up.
Vera, this is some fucked up shit. We got to get the fuck out of here.
All right,
You're
so
making it worse.
Puck, as you get back to the ballroom, you see that Mr. You can see that Mr. Captain Romero is there, Mr. Forthington is there, and they're basically the last couple people are basically saying goodbye to the captain, and you see another gentleman there that you haven't seen yet, and this guy looks like he's part of security, wearing a like a vest, and has a walkie-talkie and spray, and actually has a sidearm also. So as you walk up to Captain, he nods at you and says, how was your stay tonight, sir? Mr. Mantooth, how was everything, Mr. Manfred? I'm sorry, Mr. Mantooth, but Mr. Manfred.
Everything good, but
oh well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad you're enjoying your stay. If there's anything you need, please let us. Oh yes. What
woman of Mr. Haynes, that guy that fell out of the
Oh
cable?
yes, one of our prized one of our most welcome guests upon the ship. Yes, what about Samantha and her husband? I do hope that Mr. Haynes is okay. We do have the best physicians on board. I'm sure Billy will bounce back. He's a tough guy.
She came running up the stairs hysterically.
Oh, really?
Her arm in blood and yeah, out of character. Do I know the whole story of?
No, you don't.
What happened
you don't know everything, but you know that she was attacked by her husband. You know that his eyes were rolled into the back of his head, and he got up and started attacking the other physicians that were there on the ship. But she kept, kind of going back into the frenzy, saying, "Oh my God, they're all dead! They're all dead! My husband killed them all!"
Yeah,
and she was saying she wanted to go back to her room. Okay, so what now, Pup? Mr. Captain Romero is wanting to hear what you have to say. Spit it out! What is going on?
She said her husband rolled back his eyes and bit her, and then started attacking the other physicians in the room. And she came hysterically up, and she wanted to go back to her room. And I thought I came and searched for you because I don't know what the hell is going on, but I think there was something.
Well, I appreciate it, Mr. Manfred. I appreciate your diligence on, and he kind of brings you over to the side to where other people can't, hear him, and Mr. Forthington is kind of greeting the people, and then he pulls this other gentleman that's in, with the vest on, and it looks like part of security, and he pulls him over his seat and he says, Mr. Manfred, I truly appreciate you, your diligence on letting me know this, and I can assure you, sir, that your stay aboard the Pinnacle is going to be at the utmost highest level while you're on board of our ship, and I as the captain are going to assure you this. And I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Jason Kirkman here. Jason Kirkman is our head of security aboard the beautiful Pinnacle. Thank you very much for choosing us as your vacation package. So I will go ahead and let Mr. Kirkman know here, and I can assure you, if you just go back to your room, Mr. Manfred, everything else, if you need any room service tonight, any late night cocktails, any hors d'oeuvres, anything from any of the restaurants, please just tell them that it's on me, Captain Romero, and please don't speak of this to anybody else on the ship. But I assure you, sir, that Mr. Kirkman here, and he kind of shakes your hand a little bit and says, hello, my name is Jason, blah blah blah. I'm head of ship detail here, on security detail here on the ship, and I'll take care of this right now for you, sir. So he walks off, and he says he's going to check the infirmary. Yes, sir. Before I go off, what let you say?
Check also
kind of in a hurry here, sir.
I say.
Mr. Kirkman, we're gonna need some help down here.
Yes, Puck. I'm sorry, Mr. Manfred. My radio was just going off. I had to mute it down. I'm sorry, sir.
I say check also on his wife, because I don't know what the other guests at my table were bringing her to a room, but maybe she needs a check up too.
Oh, the other people at your table, they were going to take her to the room. Mr.
Yeah.
Kirkman will check on her also after he's done with the infirmary. Thank you very much again, Mr. Manfred.
Okay.
You forgot your top hat. It's still on the table over there, and he points in your top hat. Your rounded top hat's still on the table. He says, "Thank you again for choosing the Pinnacle, sir." And like I said, hors d'oeuvres, any cocktails, they're on me tonight. Just tell them to put it on Captain Romero's bill, and just please don't mention this to anyone else, Mr. Manfred. I really appreciate it.
I don't mention it, and I will.
Thank you.
I will say to the other at my table, if I see them, that they have to keep it.
Yes, please keep it.
The
last thing I want is a bunch of ritzy, fartsy, artsy people on my ship getting all excited and emotional, and I just don't need the excitement. So if if we could just kind of keep it amongst ourselves, that would be great. Thank you there, Mr. Manfred, and he thanks you again for being on board of the Pinnacle, and he walks off. He's so worried about the fucking integrity of that ship, isn't he? I mean, Jesus Christ, Captain Romero. So he walks off, and this Mr. Jason Kirkman that you just met basically went off towards the infirmary, and you go up the stairs to the 4th deck. He goes down to the 3rd. And then that's the last. And then you hear his radio go off again.
Yeah! God damn it, Kirkman, get down here!
And then all of a sudden you can hear him running, and you're back up on the 4th floor of the ship. And at this time, Puck, you can see that Dee Dee is out in the hallway. You can see that Cletus is there. Vita is there. You can see Betty. She just opens up the door. So now all of you are basically face to face right now. It kind of worked out perfect, didn't it? God damn.
I say
that worked out perfect. Thank God that worked out perfect.
I talked to the captain. He sent Mr. Jason Kirkman, the head of security, down to the infirmary, and later he's also going to check on Mrs. Haynes.
Goddamn burners!
Yeah, she's alright. She's alright.
He asked us to keep it quiet for the moment.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, keep your mouth shut then, Mr. Manfred. You too, Cletus, Betty, Vera. We speak of nothing we saw.
Didi, you've done the opposite of that ever since we've met her.
What do you mean? I'm just trying to keep us safe here. This is some crazy bullshit.
Well, stop talking about it.
Alright. Calm
Wait,
down.
do I
calm
see the
down.
security guard here?
No, you don't.
He walked. He was
No,
downstairs.
you never even
Oh, okay.
you never even saw him. I mean, you guys
going
have
back.
the you can go to your room, you can go to the infirmary, you can go wherever you want, guys.
I gotta get this blood.
I
and shit
shall
off
also
me, Dave.
say
Yeah, I'm going to my room.
the last what I heard when I was coming up the stairs, I heard the radio of the security guy calling for assistance. So I don't know what's going on.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'm gonna get out of these bloody clothes. I'm gonna get somewhere safe. I advise you all to do the same thing. All right,
I pull Betty to the side.
I run to my room.
I tell her, I said, look, and I pull one of these knives out of my pocket. Just in case things get a little crazy, just keep this on you. Who knows?
Ooh, nice. All right, so everybody now has, there's 4 knives. So Cletus, you can also put a kitchen knife on your character sheet. Betty, you can do the same thing.
Okay.
It is it's going with your fighting skills. So if you have fighting, you know, that's what you would use. Now the damage of this is it weighs 1 pound, and it's a strength roll plus D4 for your damage. So if you hit. And if you hit, then you'll roll your damage and do a strength roll, whatever your strength is, plus D4. All right, so that's pretty easy. Just call it a steak knife, kitchen knife, whatever you want to call it. So, Dee Dee, you said you were going to go back and change, you know, and Puck, you can see
Yeah,
that.
I run into my room, Dave, and I'm
Just
fumbling
really
in my pockets
quickly.
and getting the pills out. I'm fucking shaking and shit. And
Yeah, you are.
I dump out one of the oxycodones, not the cottons this time. I
All
take
right.
and chew that motherfucker up. and I start stripping off these bloody ass clothes and put on some like what I consider thug gear, like a black outfit that I
Some
have.
FUBU, some British
darkest outfit
Knights.
I have.
Yeah, you got some British Knights, man. You got some British Knight shoots and some British Knight sweats. Yeah, man. A FUBU hat. Yeah, you
Okay,
got
like
it
a
going on.
tracksuit,
Yeah,
like a tracksuit.
yeah, you got it going on. Big plastic
Yeah,
decals
I'm
on it.
geared
You know?
up.
Yeah, you
I
are.
calm down. I drop a few pills on the ground. I'm
Well, the other
on
one
the
is
ground,
the other
pick 'em
one
up.
is just starting to kick in. So you're starting to feel a little bit more
It
relaxed.
won't fast enough for me though, Dave. I needed something. So I chewed up one of the lesser ones just to try to get an immediate effect. But
I
drop
hear
some
ya.
on the ground. I scrounge around to pick them up, and that's what I'm doing.
Okay. All right, so you get changed. I guess you head back out in the hall. Cletus is still there. Puck is still there.
Yeah, I'm a slyly slide out. Into the
Betty's
hall,
still
looking
there.
all around. You know.
I'm at that time, because I saw the knife, and so I'm going to my room and check for something to defend myself if needed.
Whoa.
Yeah, you have a small kitchenette in your room, and there's like a little mini meat cleaver there, and also some kitchen knives. So you can have you can take whatever you want. So now, as for Betty, as you have the door open, you can hear your son. You hear, "Hello, Mother. Could you pick me up a soda while you're out, please? I would love to have a soda, eh?
Soda in Minnesota.
I'd like to have a soda.
Pop here.
I'd like to have a pop there, Mom."
You're closer to the fridge.
I'm sure Dee Dee will give you a pop if you come up there.
Oh God. You're not in here, Cleve.
It'll go.
Unbelievable. All right, so you guys are all in the, you get the, you kind of just sigh and get. He tells you that he's feeling a little bit better, but he threw up earlier. He's just really seasick. He goes, Mom, this boat is rocking so much, that it's just so much motion for the ocean. It's crazy, Mom. This isn't like we're in Minnesota anymore. It's not. It's just not like it, Mother. It's not like being back in Lambeau Field watching the Packers play. It's just not like it.
Okay, we're Canadian now.
Because I'm trying to tell you what it's all about.
Whose fault is it that you didn't take a Dramamine?
I did take one, Mother. Mother, I did take one.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I took the meat cleaver and